And welcome back to Electric Bike Mark. And on this video I am going to be riding the ENGWE Hunter 2.0 as you see it right there. And I wanted to talk about this particular bike and other e-bikes similar. And what I want to talk about is how this bike is exactly legal as of today anyway. And we'll see what legal is in the future, but as of now, for most areas, I should also qualify by saying most areas. So this bike is your pretty standard. I think this is the most common e-bike out there as far as the components. So the motor, I want to show you this. Take a peek down in here. You can see there that this is a 750 watt 48 volt motor. It's stamped right on the motor there. And it is a class 2/class 3 e-bike, so it'll pedal to 20 miles per hour and pedal assist to 28. And it does cut off just before 28, like 27.5 or so is the max you're going to get, unless you're, you could briefly have a spike 27.8. I think it never seems to go above the, like anywhere over 28, that's for sure. So it does have a throttle, as you see right here, half twist throttle. And the thing is though, that some areas, depending on where you're at, do not allow a class 3 bike, which this would be class 2 and class 3, with a throttle. But we're going to talk about that a little bit when I get on there for a ride. But so the motor's 750 watt, as I mentioned, it showed you that. The battery is pretty typical, 15 amp hour, 48 volt. So this is your pretty standard e-bike. This is probably, like I say, the most common size e-bike you'll see out there. So let's hop on, and I want to talk a little bit more about the throttle situation with this e-bike, or any other e-bikes that are similar, where they have similar specs. So this road I'm going to go on here does not have a bike lane. It's 2 lane on each direction, and I'm going to create my own bike lane here. I'm going to crank my pedal assist to 3. So this bike does have a cadence sensor, so you can see, I'll put this down a little bit so you can see, I'm going right around 18 to 19 miles per hour. Okay, so that's perfectly legal. And I wanted to talk though about the throttle, and this is one law that I do not understand. The areas that do not allow a throttle on a class 3 e-bike, I don't understand why. Because if you have a bike like this one where the throttle cuts off at 20, it doesn't go any faster than 20 anyway, what does it matter whether the bike has a throttle on it? It can't exceed 20 miles per hour anyways. So I don't know what the big issue is with respect to laws when it comes to that the bike can't have a throttle on it. It makes no sense to me. If the throttle is only going to go to 20 anyway, which is class 2, then why does it matter if it has a throttle on it? The throttle is of no use to you if you want to go beyond 20 miles per hour. And I'm not going to go in this video here beyond 20 miles per hour anyway. So this is strictly, you would say, a class 2 situation that I'm in right now. And got to slow down, we got a pile of something there. But let me know in the comments your thoughts on that. Do you think it's silly that the laws regarding class 3 bikes cannot have a throttle? If the throttle is only going to go to 20 anyway, it's kind of silly to say that you can't have the throttle on there if the throttle isn't going to work beyond 20 anyway. I don't know, some of the laws, I tell you, they just don't make any sense at all. I'm going to go this way. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on that. Are you in agreement with myself on no throttle on a Class 3 bike? And even the Class 1 and Class 2, where Class 1, which I think we're going down that road eventually, where you're only going to be able to have a Class 1 e-bike considered a bicycle. Everything else is going to be considered a moped or motorcycle. That's my opinion. I'm not saying it's happening. I'm just, on my part, I'm just guessing that that is the way we're going. And it's silly to me that even the Class 2 and Class 1 difference, the throttle or no throttle, the bike is still going 20 miles per hour regardless. And it just gives people, including myself, who you're going to see here. I'm going to let these cars go first though. Oh wow, everybody's coming at once. I'm just going to go this way. Anyway, it just gives you an assistance though to start out from a stop, because the bikes are heavy, right? And you could be carrying cargo to boot, making it even heavier, or you could have a passenger on the back. And it's hard to get started. And I'll say this too, that it's especially harder, you know, when you're a senior rider, let's say, which I'm not quite 65, I'm about to turn 61 shortly, but still, I mean, I don't have any physical issues like that. I could do it if I had to, but it makes it so much easier to start off with the throttle. So I am not a big fan of removing the throttle from bikes. It's a great assistance for people, and don't take it away. You know, I'm still pedaling. It just gets me going for about, I just need it for like 2 seconds is all I need. So maybe they could do something like, how about this? Making the throttle a 3 second, you get 3 seconds. But even then, I don't like that. I mean, that's better than none at all. But there are times when you just want to get out of a situation. Intersections always come to mind for me. And that throttle, you know, that throttle gives you that extra oomph, you know, to get to where you're going quickly and out of that situation. But for sure, I could live with the, I suppose, the 3 second rule, where the throttle only works for, or say 5 seconds, even either 3 or 5 seconds, because that's all you really need to get the bike going. Just 3 to 5 seconds. And we're good. Because sometimes when you're pedaling, either if it doesn't matter if it's cadence or torque sensor, when you start pedaling, sometimes it takes a little bit for the sensor to kick in, right, too. So the throttle is so much nicer to get you going. Anyway, I'm not a fan of removing the throttle, because I think the throttle is important. Amazon's in my way. Let me know your thoughts on throttles on an e-bike. Do you think it's important? Even if we had a 5-second throttle where it works for 5 seconds and then auto shuts off. And just so people don't use it as a throttle if that's what they're trying to avoid, which, like I say, I don't agree with it. But anyway, if they are trying to avoid that, then maybe have it where you can't use, the throttle will be good for 5 seconds or 3 seconds or whatever, 3 to 5 seconds. And then it doesn't reset for a minute or something after, so you're not constantly hitting the throttle. I don't know. That's just a thought. I mean, personally, I say just leave the throttle alone. We won't have to worry about it. The convenience of a bicycle to get around cars. I don't have to wait for that car to turn for my turn right because I can fit in between. All right, we're cruising along here at 19 miles an hour. It is a nice day today, 70 degrees as I record this video. But we are going to have some thunderstorms this weekend, which I'm not looking forward to that because that takes away from your riding. Because I do not like to ride in thunderstorms. I don't think anyone should be riding in thunderstorms. Those are too dangerous. You don't want to flirt with Mother Nature, that's for sure. It's 70 degrees, as I mentioned, but there's a pretty good wind. We have winds, I think it's 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting to 20 right now. So a little bit breezy, and you can see that it's kind of overcast right now. And but pretty good temperature wise. I mean, I'm in a t-shirt for riding. It's pretty nice. We're getting closer to spring here. We're almost in spring. This weekend the clocks are going to be going ahead, so I lose an hour of sleep, but we're moving closer to bike season, if you want to call it that, because springtime is always biking season, depending on where you are. Some people don't get as long a riding season as others. I mean, here we can pretty much go year round. Just had my first winter here, and it was okay. I mean, we just had that one stretch where not only us, but you know, a good portion of the country had some pretty good storms, and that hung around for a while. Like, not only the storms, but extremely cold here and everywhere else. So that's behind us, and I'm sure we're done with that now because we've got some more 80-degree weather coming. So like Friday, they're talking about 83, and then the weekend thunderstorms. So be nice to get some greening happening, like the grass. I'm starting to see a little bit now, so it'll be nice to see some color and some leaves on the trees. I'm looking forward to that. Spring has now become my favorite time of the year. I really like it because, you know, biking season is in. Look at, they've got nice green grass here. But it's the best time of year because everybody's, you know, for the most part in a pretty good mood because we're moving into nice weather. You know, we got, get the bikes out, and yeah, good time of year. It's not too hot, not too cold. You're getting more daylight, you know, all of that. All right. That's going to do it for this video here on Electric Bike Mark. Thank you for coming along for the ride, talking a little bit about the 750 watt motor, which for now anyway is legal. Where it is in the future, who knows? I mean, I'm after all of these news stories that are going on, you know, and all of that, I don't know, it's still up in the air to me, but I think this is going to be a bumpy ride this year, and we'll see. Next year is probably going to be, we'll know a lot more about where we stand, but this year is kind of like a real transition year, so it's kind of like, I call it the year of turbulence, I think, for e-bikes. But let's hope, you know, we get some good things happening with regard to e-bikes, and get more people out riding and enjoying them, because they are a lot of fun. All right, that's going to do it, as I mentioned, for this video. And thank you for coming along. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, thank you very much. It's much appreciated. And just hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And if you want to leave a comment on this video or any others that you've seen on the channel, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Again, thank you for joining me on this video. And until next time, be safe, everyone, and keep your wheels on the road. See you later.